What's up, guys? Your boy Benny. It's Sunday in the fall. There's a lot of football going on today. What if you knew that the refs were being paid off by one team and we're only going to make calls that would benefit one team? Would you want to watch that? What would it make you think of the refs? What would it make you think of the other team? That wouldn't be an enjoyable game to watch. You would say that's rigged. It's not worth my time. And somebody should get sued, actually. This is precisely what we saw during the presidential debate this week. And now we have verifiable proof. Two pieces of massive breaking news that is devastating for ABC in the way that they conducted the debate and should, I believe, potentially lead to these two anchors being ripped off air and also to potentially ABC News losing its broadcast license. We'll tell you, this is not good. ABC News' Lindsay Davis, who is the sorority sister of Kamala Harris. Why did they allow her to moderate a debate? I do not understand why Team Trump let this move forward. ABC News, by the way, the head of ABC News is also the Yaya twin of Kamala Harris, who set up Kamala Harris. This is her right here. Her name is Dana Walden. She set up Kamala Harris and goes on like little tee-hee-hee date nights with Kamala. She set her up with her husband, Doug Emhoff. How is this allowed? This is what you would call a conflict of interest, right? Any judge in a court of law would say, you're conflicted out. You can't do this debate. Donald Trump should, I got to tell you, the Republicans in the future have got to be more locked up and rock solid on this stuff and cannot allow a candidate to go into a mob hit, which this was. It was a journalistic assassination attempt. And now you can see they had never planned on fact-checking Kamala Harris, according to Lindsay Davis herself. In a glowing profile in the LA Times, she says this is because of how poorly Joe Biden did against Trump. Get a load of this. Here we go from Fox News. ABC News' Lindsay Davis admits fact-checking of Trump was because CNN let his statements hang at the first debate. Let me explain something to you. Newsflash, news lady, you are not the candidate. The candidate's job, the person whose name is on the ballot, it's their job to bring their own arguments, to bring their own facts, to bring their own worldview to the debate. It's not your job. Candy Crowley famously, falsely fact-checked, incorrectly fact-checked Mitt Romney, and she lost her job over it. These two clowns should lose their jobs over the number of fake fact-checks that they brought against Trump. Nonetheless, she brags about how people were concerned that statements were allowed to just hang there, not be disputed by the candidate, Biden, or the moderators. See, you're okay. You were almost there. The candidate Biden. Yes, Joe Biden was incapable of debating Donald Trump. That's because Joe Biden was the candidate and Donald Trump is also the candidate. 100 million people have voted for Donald Trump. Like a bunch of people voted for Joe Biden. We want to see them debate. We don't want to see the moderators debate. Nobody's voting for you. You absolute asshats. But they don't understand that. They see themselves as the candidate. These two frauds are perfectly capable. I'd encourage them to quit your jobs, run for office. You can both run for president. Run on a ticket. See how it works. You can run for president, and then during the debates, we'll care about your opinions. But right now, we don't care about your opinions. This is the article itself. Look at this glowing trope. Look at the tripe here. Lindsay Davis held Trump's feet to the fire. How she became maybe the This is what happens when you are a regime eunuch. This is what happens when you do the bidding of the regime. Then other regime organs that nobody will ever read, write little puff pieces on you. It's grotesque and it is a sickening display. I got to tell you, this is something that really needs to be looked at for Republicans going into the future is conflicts of interest in these debates. Okay, here we go. The ABC News whistleblower affidavit has been dropped. So these are two pieces of news that are breaking right now. ABC News. ABC News whistleblower affidavit alleging Kamala Harris was given unfair advantage. The debate has been released. This is the release. This is it. We've been talking about this. We weren't sure. We're still, it's our job to simply report out the news. This is going thermonuclear viral. And so here we go. All right. If the allegations here prove true, then ABC News is done for. Right? Here we go. My name is, I reside at someplace in New York. I've worked for ABC News for over 10 years, various technical and administrative positions. Since the acquisition of ABC News in 1996, I've observed significant transformation in the nature of the news reporting and organization. These changes suggest a shift in unbiased reporting model influenced by external factors. For the record, I do not endorse Donald Trump in any capacity for president of the United States. But the intent of this affidavit is simply concerns regarding the biases news reporting of my employer hosted the debate on September 10th, 2024. Here we go. The Harris campaign imposed restrictions on the scope of questionings, including no questions regarding the perceived health of President Joe Biden, no inquiries related to a tenure as Attorney General in San Francisco, no questions concerning her brother-in-law, Tony West, who faces allegations of embezzling billions of dollars. Taxpayer funds may be involved in administration if elected. Internal organizational climate. I've observed pronounced bias against Donald Trump at ABC News. That's obviously, this is objectively true. Employees expressing favorable views towards him, significant concerns and potential retribution. The affidavit executed a document transparency regarding the issues of fairness and impartiality. ABC News. Okay, let's continue. In addition to notarizing the affidavit, I sent a certified letter to myself, postmarked, that will remain unopened for further investigation. I've also dispatched Federal Express package. Okay. Furthermore, okay, sent this to Mike Johnson. Additionally, for further investigation, I've secretly recorded several conversations that prove that the Harris campaign insisted not only the fact-checking of Donald Trump, but also insisted that whatever questions were to be asked under any circumstances, or else Harris campaign would decline to participate in the debate. So there's the paragraph of obviously that has brought so much speculation. But now, lo and behold, we corresponding with this, we have a gushing profile of one of the anchors saying that she was never planning on fact-checking Kamala Harris. So, I mean, this actually is already been proven somewhat true by their own admission. This is the account that released it. Dear haters, you can suck it. This is the affidavit itself. This is the person who has released it. Here we go. ABC News whistleblower swears under penalty of perjury that Kamala Harris dictated the terms of the questions during the debate. Furthermore, the Harris campaign insisted on live fact-checking of Donald Trump. ABC News did fact-check Trump at least 5 times and did not fact-check Harris, not even once, especially when she vomited out multiple hoaxes that are provable. Even Snopes proves them wrong, like the Very Science People hoax. The whistleblower signed the affidavit in New York and sent the copy to Speaker Mike Johnson, notarized document statement. Unnamed individual states she is in possession of secret recordings that will prove ABC News rigged the debate. If they committed election interference, this is massive. Some people saying it defies the whole point of being notarized if you black out the notary. No, it does not. New York requires notary to write down the people they notarized for law, and therefore can be found out who the whistleblower was, who was simply calling the notary. That is why we sent the unopened certified letter to Speaker Johnson. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Donald Trump has been bringing this up in his speeches.
Did she get the questions? You think? So I hear she got the questions, and I also heard she had something in the ear, a little something in the ear. No, Kamala, do this. Say it this way, Kamala. Okay, be quiet. Too many people watching.
Well, I mean, ladies and gentlemen, again, I go back to sort of the metaphor of a game. The illusion that the game is being played before you is lost when you know the refs are rigged and that the game isn't being called fairly and that there is no arbiter of the rules and that every table has been turned against one side. It takes away all illusion and all interest. And this is what ABC News has done. I hope these 2 anchors are fired. Candy Crowley did far less and she got fired for it. These 2 anchors deserve scorn, humiliation, and to be totally and completely pushed out of their profession because of what they've done. They are the rigged refs, okay, who took bribes, whatever it was, to rig the game. And by keeping them around, what ABC News says is that the game, you might as well not be watching. And I really hope that that's what happens to ABC News. I really hope that what happens next and we'll be watching is the collapse of ABC News' ratings. I'm already noticing around we did a drive today, and there was an advertisement for David Muir and NBC News up on a billboard. And I was like, wow, they must be panicking if they're putting up billboards in Florida to get people to watch ABC News. So we'll be checking the ratings. Yeah, I really hope that they professionally pay for this. Nonetheless, it was rigged. They even admit it. We'll see what happens with the affidavit. Very, very damning stuff. It's your boy, Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.